Thousands of Australian students are taking to the streets today to protest against climate inaction. Julia Bradley is live from Melbourne's Treasury Gardens. Julia, how many people have turned out there?
Well, Gab, it's not quite the predicted 15 to 20,000 people that the organisers of School Strike for Climate had hoped for, but I can tell you it's still a very large crowd here today. The event's already started here at Treasury Gardens and still streams of people still coming into the area. Right now we're hearing from students who are explaining why they're attending today's event. We're also going to hear from First Nations people, from members of unions as well. Now, students have all said to me this morning, not just students but also parents and teachers, that they're out showing their support today because they want more action on climate change. They don't want any more investment in coal, in gas. What they want is investment in renewable energy. Here's what some of them had to tell me.
We want the government to really take climate action seriously. The Morrison government at the moment is investing heavy in gas, which is a dirty fossil fuel, in a time when we really should be investing hard in renewable energy and funding a just transition for fossil fuel workers into these new jobs in the renewable sector.
Our government needs to set the plans, policies and investments necessary, not just for renewable energies and sectors, but for a just transition for workers, for all sectors, for a strong, sustainable economy.
Now, Gab, this is just one of about 50 events that are being held right across the country today. The march in Sydney kicked off outside Town Hall about an hour ago. A lot wetter there today. We saw an argy-bargy between police and members of that march, but that seems to have quickly died down. What's really struck me today in Melbourne, though, is the sheer amount of people who are associated with Extinction Rebellion. You can see the flags flying right through this area. So the hope is that things do remain peaceful and that there isn't any further altercations with police like we've seen in Sydney. Acting Premier and our Education Minister for Victoria, James Merlino, says he's happy that students have taken the day off school to show their support, but he does recognise how important that time in the classroom is.
My message is I completely understand their passion, and we want our kids to be engaged in the community, in issues that affect our community and affect the world. So I applaud that, and I encourage kids being active on issues of such importance as climate change. As a parent, as an educator at the same time, every day at school is important.
So after this, everyone will be up on their feet. They're going to be marching through the streets of Melbourne's CBD to have their voices heard. Very large police presence today. They'll be making sure that nothing gets too hairy. Gab?
Julia Bradley, thank you.